Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's Mo again. Well, in this section, we're going to be working with Active Directory sites and services. Now, what is Active Directory sites and services? Think about a site as a physical location for the company. What I have over here is actually four domain controllers. Why? Look at this. First of all, I have NYDC1, right? So let me just minimize all of these and show you what I got actually over here. So I have NYDC1, NYDC2, CTDC1, CTDC2. I am assuming we have a company that has two physical locations, one in New York and one in Connecticut. And each location has two domain controllers. So how can I manage replication through Active Directory sites and services? My first step is to set up the domain controllers. So watch this. Let me just go to NYDC1. Let me look at a full screen. Let me just log on to it and show you. The first thing I want to actually do is change the computer names, set up IP addresses, right, on each one of them because each physical location is going to be on a different network. So let's say, let me go back over here. So the first thing I'm going to do is change the actual server name. So I'm going to call this NYDC1, right? Of course, leave it as a work group. And the domain name is udemy.local. So now I have a fully qualified domain name. Then OK, right? All the way through. Give it a moment. And then, of course, we'll be setting up IP addresses. So that's NYDC1. I'm going to go to NYDC2 and do the same thing. This is going to be called NYDC2, right? So let's see. And let's wait for server manager. So the first thing I want to do is change computer names and set up IP addresses. And let's change this NYDC2, all right? And of course, udemy.local, then OK, all the way through. Give it a few seconds. Should be coming up. All right, there we go. OK, close and restart. And same thing, I'm going to go to the rest of them. CT, right? Assuming that this is in Connecticut, all right? So we're going to be changing the computer name of this one as well. Let me also log on to the second DC on CT and put the password. So there you go. Right over here, we're going to change this to CTDC1. All right, this is CTDC1. That's the name of this actual server. So CTDC1. And right over here is going to be udemy.local. So that's a fully qualified domain name, as you see. Preparing for the actual domain. The beginning, I'm going to put all of them on the same network, okay? And then we'll be changing that. You'll see why. And let me go to this one over here and change the computer name to CTDC2. CTDC2. Then okay, close and restart. All right, cool. Now, let me go back to NYDC1, log on to it. The first thing I like to do is give it a static IP address. It's an actual server. So I want to change the IP address itself. See how this works out. Then local server, go to the network settings, and let me see what number I got over here. I got 223.151. All right, so I'm going to put that in statically. 223.151. All right, that's what I got from my wireless router. 223.151. And the gateway to go online is 223.2. And my DNS will be pointing to itself, 151. Then OK, then OK, then close. Let's minimize this. Let me go to actually NY, all right, DC2. Do them one at a time. And let's log on. So the DNS for all of them is 151 at the beginning, right? I'm just going to have one DNS server, as you see. And then we'll see what we're going to be doing with that. But first, I'm just preparing for the actual installation. Let me go to local server and take a look at the network settings right over here. Status details 152. Just wanted to verify. So it's like the next one in the list, not using version 6. And let me go back 192.168.223.152. Of course, the default gateway is 223.2, and DNS is pointing to server 1, which is 151, right? Let me go to CTDC1. Probably it's 153. All right, let's see. Let's see what number we actually have over here. Local server. Go to the network settings. And let's see the IP address on this box over here. 223.153. All right. The next one, 223.153. 192.168.223.153. Gateway is 223.2, and DNS is pointing to server 1, which is 151. Then OK, then close. And let's go ahead and do the same thing on the last domain controller. And this should be the next available number, but let's verify that. All right. Next available number. So let's check. Status details 223.154. 223.154 looks like the numlock. All right. 223.154. 223.2. 223.151. All right. There we go. Okay, this looks good. So our next step is to install DNS, right? I need to install DNS at least on server 1, just one server. Then after that, we'll be installing Active Directory domain services. So that's enough for this lecture. We'll continue with our next lecture, working with DNS, then Active Directory domain services. So we'll see you guys soon. All right, everyone. Bye.